As a kid, I couldn't wait to be an adult. Like, I was counting down the days till I became an adult. I really looked up to adults around me. They looked like they had their lives together, and I couldn't wait to have that. I couldn't wait to be independent and have my life together and know exactly what I wanted to do. I had this ideal view of life. I just felt like once I got older, I would be wiser and know exactly what I wanted to do, and things would just fall in place for me. Boy, was I wrong. Hi, welcome. I'm Jess. Today I'm going to be talking about surviving your 20s because, bruh, it is tough out here for the girl them. I expected difficulties, but nothing would have prepared me like the reality check I got. It was like every single thing I had imagined came crumbling down. The certainty I thought I would have when I became an adult wasn't there. I thought a lot of things would come to me naturally because of my age, which makes no sense now in hindsight, but that was what I thought. The first thing I noticed when my rose-tinted glasses shattered was that life is unpredictable. And I know you're probably looking at me like, come on, you should have known that. I did, but trust me, this realization was different. Like, I had now seen it in real life. It wasn't some abstract thing that someone was telling me about. I was now seeing the possibility of me planning things and things most likely not going the way I wanted them to. And it was very scary. I went into my 20s with preset deadlines in my head for things that I wanted to achieve. Oh, I'm going to achieve this at the age of X and achieve that at the age of Y. And let me tell you something. Life comes at you pretty fast. When I realized that I was not meeting up with any of the deadlines I had set for myself, I went into a state of panic. There's that feeling of some kind of rush. You just want to achieve things as fast as possible, if possible faster than you planned. But most of the time, things don't always go according to the way you plan it. And that was a bitter pill to swallow. I'm not even gonna lie. That was something that took me a while to digest and accept. Another thing I never really thought about when I was a kid and wishing to be grown up was the responsibilities that came with being grown up. I don't know how I thought I was going to escape it, but I really didn't think about that. I just wanted to be independent. I didn't want anybody waking me up by 6:30 to go to school by 8. Like, that was just my main concern at that time. And there's a reason why children are called children, because that was such childish behavior. I know that you become an adult in at least most countries of the world when you're 18, but I still feel like once you still have that teen attached to your age, people just see like, oh, you're still a kid. But once you're that 20, and it's like, okay, wow, 2 legs out of the teen situation, you're no longer a teenager. Yeah, it really sets in like the amount of responsibilities that are ahead of you. Even if you are not carrying them yet, it becomes a reality. Switch up is crazy. People go from doing, oh, you're still a child, to being, but you're an adult now, you should know what to do. And I'm just like, wow, okay, when did that change? I turned 20 yesterday. You guys didn't inform me now. How far? Nobody sent me the newsletter. Like, bruh, this is a bit of a shock now, isn't it? You start realizing that there are responsibilities that come with being an adult. Sure, there's the independence and the freedom, and those are the things that really make us feel like we want to grow up really fast. The independence, the freedom, it comes with the responsibilities. And yeah, it's not very pretty, but it is what it is. Some people have to take on that responsibility way earlier than their 20s, and I definitely acknowledge that fact. I'm just speaking from a personal perspective here. One thing I've learned so far is not to bother myself about things I can't change or control. Once I realize that something I've done is not going the way I want it to or the way I planned it to, I just ask myself, like, what can I do to change this thing? What is actually within my scope of control? If the answer is nothing, I just let it go. I just let it be, because worrying about things I can't change or control doesn't help me in any way whatsoever. It just steals my time and my energy. Another thing I've learned is that life comes in seasons, and instead of beating myself up about a particular season that I'm in, I should figure out how to learn something from that season. Sometimes things will be hard and sometimes things will be difficult. It's just what it is, and I've learned to accept that instead of getting sad about it all the time. I'm not trying to say that I don't get sad about certain things. I still do, but I have learned to remind myself that it's just a phase. Everyone has different journeys. In this era of social media and being able to see what everyone is up to at the tap of a button, it's even easier for you to compare yourself to people, especially when they're like the same age with you or even younger. I think that one is even the worst. When someone is younger than you and achieving like mind-blowing things and you're just there like, bro, what exactly am I doing with my life? I feel like we all know that everyone has different journeys and different paths in life, but it's just hard to remember in that moment when you are looking at somebody having the time of their life and you're on your bed just wondering where life is taking you to. I get it, I really do, but give yourself a reminder whenever you start to feel that way that your journey is different from that person's journey. One major thing I've learned is to make an effort and stay consistent. It's crazy going from being a kid who is living in a world that is very you-centered, in the sense of at home your parents are trying to train you and they're trying to teach you. You go to school, your teachers are trying to teach you. It's all about you. The transition to adulthood, however, will teach you that nobody cares. Everyone is too busy living their life to care about what you're doing. So if you decide to make an effort to make your life better, fine. If you don't decide to, fine. The maximum number of people that would care what you're doing are your family members and your close friends. Every other person has their own stuff to figure out. It is now up to you to make an effort and stay consistent with your effort, because no one's going to tell you to do it. No one's going to tell you how to do it. No one's going to tell you when to do it. It's all on you. And that is part of the responsibility that I was talking about earlier. The 20s can be very difficult. Trust me, I know, I'm there too. It is a phase of self-discovery. It is a phase of trying to figure out who you are and where you stand and what you want to do with the rest of your life. Our 20s are what I would consider life-shaping years. And the truth is, whatever decisions you make in your 20s has the potential to heavily impact the rest of your life. And that is a huge amount of pressure for any human being. I'm not going to sit here and claim to have a solution to everything that happens in the 20s, but one thing I will say is that your journey is unique to you. And when it seems like you're not doing things as fast as your peers, you need to remind yourself of that fact. Trust me, I will be coming back to this video myself to watch it over and over again, because even though I'm sitting here telling you all the things I've learned, sometimes I fall into that cycle of doubt as well. So yeah, I hope that you found this video useful. I have 2 videos on your screen where I sit and talk just like this one about stuff that is heavy on my mind. I will see you in my next one. Adios.